Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and quite a few different very cool creations here. The first three are going to be for vanilla, and the second three are going to be for Reforged Eden. So the very first one here, this is the LPCARD Sartan T4 by Lothar, and looks like a pretty cool CV here. Seeing some pretty cool looking design work there. I kind of like what the author did with the windows. I'll have to take a look at this in the dark too. And I say that I'm counting a lot of these texture lights as windows, and they look like, at a different scaling and whatnot, they kind of look like small windows built into the hull of the ship, making the ship look larger. And yeah, that's a pretty cool looking design here. I love the thin block work over the top of the hull. Cool looking design patterns and things like that. Definitely. You can see a lot of retractable turrets kind of hiding away in there as well. And pretty interesting looking tail section on this ship as well. Kind of like a submarine kind of fin or something like that. That is pretty cool. Again, I like all the supporting thin blocks and some of this hull work in the side here, putting in these pieces here with some texture lights. Randomly put around there, again trying to simulate like lights inside the ship, inside of individual rooms and whatnot. Very cool. Yeah, cool looking ship. It goes with the I recently looked at another ship from the same author, and it looks like it's the same design style and texturing and coloring and things like that to go with the other creation as well. So it's kind of different. It's like some elements, like this part here, kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Star Trek configured ship, but that's where it stops. It doesn't have the cells on it, and then it goes into this over here, and it's quite a lot different than a Star Trek ship as well. But it kind of looks like it could fit into the Star Trek verse as a different ship, and maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'm not familiar with the faction on it. Anyway, let me just do one quick thing here. I just want to take a look at what those texture lights look like in the dark a second. And you can kind of see, you can't see a lot of the ship. Well, I'm kind of dark here, but you kind of see the effect that it's doing. It kind of makes it look like these are all windows, and this is a really large ship. So I thought that was kind of slick, a neat idea there. Definitely. I think the next ship we're going to look at does similar in a different way. So very, very cool. Anyway, let's find a way inside here, and I'm sure there's probably multiple ways. Let me check underneath here first. If not, I can go through the hangar doors that I clearly seen down there. I was just kind of seeing if there's something going on the bottom here. I do like all the hull work on the bottom too. There's a lot of detail blocks and things like that, trying to get the hull looking more spiffy, a lot more polygons and things like that, to make it look like framework and whatnot. So very, very cool there. So I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go in through one of these hangar doors, and then we'll figure out other alternative ways once we're inside here. So let me just buzz through here a minute. Let me try to adjust the lighting a little bit. I know it's touchy. I don't want the video too dark, and trust me, I'm in the game too. In my game settings, I do have the brightness cranked up by 30%. Even as it is. So let's try this lighting scheme. Looks like it's visible pretty good here. So obviously we got a couple hangar doors. Looks like we got some switches over here to open them up, I bet. Yes, sir. And a repair bay kind of in the middle, a little bit offset. Looks like our repair console's right over here. So all set up for repairing SVs, HVs, or really small CVs, something like that. I don't know if you'd get a CV in here, but definitely HVs and SVs. I don't think it was really intended to repair CVs. In fact, it can't. What am I even thinking? CVs can't repair other CVs, so that's kind of something that doesn't take place anyway. So, yeah, cool looking hangar here. I like the styling on the ceiling and around the walls and everything. That's pretty cool. The kind of this copper colored texture theme, a couple different shades in there too, and yeah, with the texture lights in the mix. Very, very cool. So let's head this way first. Ooh, spiffy. So yeah, I love all the console LCDs put in here, kind of making parts out of just blocks and LCDs, which is really cool. I recently looked at another creation by the same author, and this one is following the same theme and like faction as the other one, and the other one did have similar going on in parts of the creation. It was a very large creation. So yeah, it definitely looks cool look there. And over here, it looks like we've got our shield and our warp drive and a pentaxid tank right below there. A lot of generators, fuel tanks, whatnot, all in the area here. Yeah, it's cool. I like these crew personnel control rooms too that are in here. So looks like that's the only place that goes. So let's go the other direction here. We got a elevator here. Let's go down first and see where we end up at. Oh wow. Well, head this way. Cool looking interior work in here as well. Well lit and everything like that. Cool looking block works on the sides. Again, following that same theme that was there before. In this room, we got a couple visible storage controllers. And then it looks like we get into kind of I'd say a storage room of some origin. A lot of these cabinets here and armor lockers and things like that. And then, here's the big entry point. I didn't go far back enough in the ship. So this is, oh yeah, this is actually fairly towards the front too, isn't it? Yeah, cool way to get in the ship through the storage room or ready room. And all right, let's go out one of these side doors here. Production area. So we got a advanced constructor in here, some cargo boxes. Like the way the O2's done in here. That looks pretty cool. Got an armor repair. Very nice. Just go across the hallway on the other side. So on this side we have a medical bay. Looks like we got all our specialized equipment plus a shower. And the actual med station over here. Very nice. Yeah, I like how that's done up. Kind of asymmetrically done from the room on the other side. And it's got everything you'd want in there. So let's go up to this floor here. Oh, so this splits off into multiple directions too. So it looks like the first direction here, we've got our CPU core blocks. Again, this is vanilla, so probably 4 advanced CPU cores in this room here. And what do we got going on here? Our teleporter. So it looks like we have an on-off switch for the teleporter, I'm guessing. Yep, and that just kicks that on, and then you can use the switch to turn that off. I like how the teleporter room's done here. It's like its own room and kind of with a console right in front of it. That's really cool. Kind of makes it a little more immersive that way. So what's going on the other side here? Looks like we just got kind of a storage room over here. Nice. And we already been forward. Let's go up to the top floor here. We got a storage controller kind of built into the top of the elevator here. It looks like we get into a break room cafeteria kind of place. Really cool. I like how this is done up with the food processor and fridge right in the center, and you've got your I don't know, center cabinets and stuff around it. Looks really nice. Everything matches really well throughout the ship too. So let's head this way. This is a little bit differently lit room here. Looks cool. And we'll get to this elevator here. And then it looks like we're right up to the bridge. Wow. So despite being really, really large, it's pretty easy to navigate the interior of the ship here. Look at all these LCDs and things going on in here. Yeah, that's really cool. You got star maps and science stations and weapons, and yeah, it looks really convincing. I like that. That's a lot to see in the relatively small room area here. And then this is going on as your like center screen here, plus a screen above there too. Yeah, it's really cool. So let me just double check to see if I missed anything here or not. I don't think so. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. You've got some production and whatnot, and you got our side rooms, and then this goes literally right down, and then you follow it through here, and you can go right out of the ship. So yeah, very, very cool. So I was just curious. I didn't see anything in the back portion of the ship here. Let me just do it here. Let me adjust the lighting here again. Just want to see if there's anything I missed back here. Okay, no, this is a lot of thrusters and things in the area. Okay, so that's not for internal use there, for walking through the ship. Yeah, very, very cool. Let's take a look at some numbers here on here. So to start with, we're at size class 6, unlock level 20, 82 forward, 28 strafing, 68 lift, 33 reverse, 31 down, 20 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks, 16 hours and 41 minute build time. It does use some estrium and zecosium, but not a whole lot, considering the size of the ship. It is running 14 pulse laser turrets and 4 minigun turrets and a detector. CPU-wise, it's set up to be a tier 4 in vanilla, so 10 million CPU. It's only using about a third of that CPU, so you definitely can add a lot to it right off the gates. If you wanted to plaster all kinds more weapons or whatnot on here, you can definitely do that. Looks like the hull is primarily made of hardened steel blocks on here. It has in its storage. Let's see. Let's look for the controllers. Obviously, we got a lot of boxes and things like that. But for the actual controllers, it looks like we have 2 regular container controllers that are both at 320K, and then we have a ammo controller at 208K. And then yeah, basically just a lot of different boxes and different little smaller places to put things. Yeah, very, very cool. Again, this is the LPCARD Sartan T4 by Lothar. Very, very cool ship. Goes with your previous creation as well, and maybe more than that. So nice work on kind of getting like almost a faction kind of thing going here with this design, color, and general theme and whatnot. So the next one here, this is the Star Trek. This is pretty wild. It's a big one here. Star Trek USS Odyssey by Dio Camelot 10, and this is a large ship, large Star Trek ship. Yeah, I think I'm really liking the block work on it. I know how the blocks work. You can't do exactly the angles and the smoothness you would like, but the author really tried to make a very circular formation here, large circular formation out of the blocks, and did a really nice job. I was looking at the dimensions and proportions of the ship, and everything really looks like it's done well. This again, this one has a lot of these a different style, but like texture lights used as windows throughout the hull. And when you would see it in the dark, you would kind of like look at each one of these texture lights like a window, and it does actually do the effect pretty well. I mean, I'm in daytime right now, but again, I'll shift the lighting around. And look at those big nacelles on here too. I like how it's done. Now this ship doesn't look like it has any exposed thrusters, which again, it would be kind of off-putting for a Star Trek style ship because they don't have thrusters on them. They don't move with that type of technology. And yeah, look at the design. I like this. I like these nacelles too. I like how they're a little larger up here, and it kind of thins down as it goes to the back, pretty long. And then you've got the Xenoblock texture lights over here. This is a particular texture inside of Xeno that if you paint it with a higher brightness color, it kind of glows in the dark. It's kind of a nice thing to be able to have here. So we got the blue on the back and the red as well, which also goes with a lot of different Star Trek ships and how they're lit up. Yeah, very, very cool. Wow, that's a big ship too. Look at all the space on there. I bet you it's got a lot of guns too we're not seeing. Yeah, you can kind of see retractable turrets, I'm sure, in quite a few different locations around here. You have to get the guns out here and see where they all pop out of. But yeah, it's really cool. I like what the author did here on the bottom side as well. There's a lot of like design work and things going on in there. And we're coming into our deflector area over here. cool shaping around that area as well. Kind of really trying to be smooth with the shaping all the way around, and the curve coming up around here. As in the overall dimensions and shape of it. I don't know if this is based around one, the USS Odyssey is inside a series in Star Trek. If this is like a replica of that particular design or a custom one from the author, I don't know, because I'm really behind on Star Trek, to be honest. And my lure isn't exactly great on it either. So, but yeah, looks really, really, really cool here. So let me do a quick look at in the dark here to see how those windows shine in the dark, and you can kind of see what's going on here, where all those kind of look like glass windows, very similar to that of a lot of the Star Trek ships you see in the shows and movies and things like that. So cool idea what the author did there. They really do look like windows for the most part. That is that, or about as best you're gonna get, without actually having windows there, and that would probably look proportionally kind of strange and stuff like that if you did. So yeah, very nice work on that. So here, let me get the lighting back up here some, and we will find a place to enter the ship and take a look around here. Let me first check. Obviously, I can get in through that hangar on the back. I may just do that. I just wanted to see if there was some alternative options like this right here. So yeah, let's hop in this way. And all right, so we're in. So fancy elevator signs here. I like that. So we're on deck F, lower deck. Cool. Well, I guess we're gonna start here. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit. See how this is gonna work out. I don't want it too dark again. It's a little rough. Let's keep it around there, I guess, about where I had it at here. So yeah, we've got a medical bay. Oh yeah, let's check out this. Oh, this looks nice. Actually, you know what? Let me. I think it looks like the ship's pretty well lit. So I just kind of want to see it, how it's supposed to be seen when you're flying around in space here. Oh yeah, I like this medical bay. That looks nice. I'll look at the sign over here as well. 2 different languages. Very cool. Oh yeah, look at that. The medical bay actually has like beds and stuff for people to recover. Over here, let me guess, our facilities there. Yep. Yeah, looks like we've got some more recovery rooms and beds on that side, and all our specialized medical equipment, plus some other decorative pieces in here. I like the choice of the flooring in here as well, the flooring texture. And here looks like we've got some cryo chamber things or whatnot. Never exactly figured out what this part was for, but I keep on thinking it looks like it would be some kind of cryo chamber for long distance space travel. Oh, look at this! Look at this LCD over the wall here. It's again Xeno texture, so I'm thinking, yeah, this one over here is Xeno too. It's got quite a bit of Xeno in it, I bet. We'll look at the stats on that and whatnot. But yeah, very cool looking medical bay. I like how it's set up here, and you kind of walk down this ramp into it, which is really really neat. Like, yeah, that looks really good. So let's just wander down this hallway. So we're gonna get to Turbo Lift 4. All right. So I want to see if there's anything else on this floor that I missed. Oh yeah. Oh, look at the hangar. That's cool too. I like all the details on the floor and the ceiling, and quite well lit. Got a lot of fuel tanks embedded in the sides there. I'm guessing potentially more Xeno blocks in the mix there. I have a feeling this is going to be a combat-oriented ship. And this, oh wow, that's really cool how that opens up too. So it actually kind of goes right down to the ground here. I didn't expect that. I thought we were coming into the top part. So this is like a lower hangar. It's not where I thought it was. Oh, you see that LCD there? That when I'm over by the door and I'm triggering the sensor over here, it puts the gate open LCD over that window there. That's cool. All right, so Well, turbo lift 2. Let's go up to the next deck here. So deck E, engineering main storage, access to Jeffries tubes. Oh, look at this. Oh, looks like we got some medium shield part upgrade slots here, and it looks like we've got a way to get in. No? Oh, maybe around the backside. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool. That's a neat way to do it. So you got the protective surface, you know, going into the ship, but then you also have access to put in what looks like quite a lot of medium shield parts. So 4 on this side. If it's matched on the other side, that would be all 8 of those. And this is, I believe, all xenoblocks in the area here, too. A little hard to see. Well, I wouldn't say hard to see. There's my light. Okay, so we got a sensor right there. These must be the Jeffries tubes, I do believe, as well. Or part access to everything. That's cool. Nice way that's done. And yeah, it looks like we're doing the same thing on the other side. So that would be all 8 medium shield parts in this general location area. And cool looking display here. Yeah, the animated LCD in here too. I have seen that LCD before, but that is pretty cool. Nice nice touch there on the interior display there. Just kind of create something really interesting on a blocks as like a separate piece of all on its own. So let's so around the back side, looks like nothing else is accessible from here. So let's go up to the next deck here. Let's see where would that be. So we got deck D, main hall, battle bridge, SV hangar bay, transporter, repair console, and pylon. Engineering, access to Jeffries tube D. So okay, so this is coming up to hangar. Oh, a lot of stuff in here. Let's check out the hangar first, and we'll get back into this room. So I want to see. Okay, so this hangar's got the repair bay in it. Big old blast door on the back side of it, probably concealed by more doors. And this is the one. This is our upper hangar. So this actually has a pretty large landing area back over in this area too, plus access to roll right into the hangar here. I like how the doors were done there. That's cool. And then you can repair your HVs and SVs in this general area. Again, with the LCDs, it's telling you that the gate's open when I'm over here. That's pretty cool. And then you know it's closed after that. Yeah, very, very cool. I was just curious where that repair console was. I see the repair bay here, but I was just kind of looking around in the area for the console. Oh, right there. Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense. So you can kind of check out what's going on and repair it from in here. Yeah, well thought out. Oh, look at this. You can even like a little waiting room here and you watch your ship being repaired. Kind of like you brought your car into an auto shop and you're sitting in the lobby there looking at the magazines. Cool. So we got a teleporter over here. Oh, I like that. Look at that. Kind of another animated LCD sensor to activate that. That's really cool. Some cargo boxes on the side over here. On the other side, looks like we've got a armor repair. The console in that section there, and there's our armor locker. And yeah, another little waiting area over by the console there. Ah, that's cool. A lot of attention to detail in here. I mean, this is a very large ship too, so that's cool to see size with you know, the attention to detail as well. It takes a lot of work. So in here, looks like we've got another upgrade room area here. It looks like we got offline protection there. A spot for a 2x2x2 device here. Could be a gravity generator. Or just extra space. So that doesn't wrap around that side. Let's walk over around this way. Yeah, and also you got your general utility right next to the teleporter there. O2 and a med station. And we got a lot of cargo on the side here, 320k ammo on this side. We got another open slot there and a gravity generator over on this side. And this is gonna, both of these hallways wrap around to the engineering section here. Oh, spiffy. Look how this looks too. Look at all those generators embedded in the wall behind armored glass. Looks like we've got some more tubes getting around to different parts here. So what's going on in this room? Oh, that's cool. I like this center column there with the that decal there. That's a cool idea. I like how that looks there. Got somebody operating something here, and here's these tubes that are going out. Ah, so over here we got S 1x2, say small shield part location on either side over here. So 2 of those. So you can get 8 total of those in the ship. We're already at 8 mediums. I don't know what's hidden in the hull on the ship either. There could be definitely more things there. So I think we covered this room area. So let's get back out into the main. I like how the hallway angles there too. Yeah, this is spiffy. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, we got a door going up right over here in the center. Oh, look at the blast door. Another door. Ah, we're getting into the oh, the bridge. We're right at, or a bridge. I don't know if it's the bridge, but a bridge. That's cool. Look at this display going on with that all wrapped around. There's actually oh, that's cool. Yeah, nicely done. A lot of work to this. Oh, look at that. We even got extra LCDs like over. Oh, that's on the glass window behind that other one. Oh, look at the floor there. Keyboard. Huh. That's cool. Look, I've seen this done before on various creations, but the choice of color and texture used for this really kind of does make it look like a water world kind of Earth-like planet there. And actually, that almost looks like these mountains and things are like kind of 3D, like protruding from the creation there too. Yeah, it looks really cool. Nice looking bridge area over here. At least one bridge. I have a feeling it has a second one, but got a clone chamber over here, and of course some security. Ready mode enabled. Oh, I can't hit this switch until I probably hit a different switch. Disabled there for me. I don't know all the ins and outs of this, but yeah, very, very cool. Heavy PvP class battleship. We're gonna have to fly through the hull and take a look at the some of this hull stuff going on here too. So then this takes us right. Yeah, we just came that way. And this is the top of that elevator there. So let's go back to the main lift. Let's go up to deck C. So we've got our shield and warp drive and engineering and a lot of stuff over here. Looks like it just goes out on this side. Now there's our Pentaxa tank on display over here, surrounded by some xenoblock on the sides. Various storage control. Look at all the LCD work that went into the ship. It looks nice, so it really pays off. I mean, it just, every time I walk into a room, there's a lot of dazzly stuff to look at, which is really, really cool. And what do we got in here? Oh, look at this area. Kind of like a storage room. Location for a 3x3 part could be the main shield. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this one has a 3x3 part location as well. I like how all this looks, though. There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, those are. Oh, these are constructors, aren't they? They're just turned. They're the vanilla constructors, and they're turned sideways. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, like a production area on either side. I didn't even notice that. They just look different, a lot different in this setup here. Ah, very cool. And let's see. Did we have any center rooms? No. Let's go down the hallway here. Again, cool looking hallway. Oh wow, look at this area. So we got some purple stuff going on in the area, which looks like our main shield over there, and then our warp drive. Oh, look at the LCDs added in front of the warp drive. Oh, that's cool too. Oh yeah, a way to accent the warp drive and basically using the exact same color, LCD color that is on the warp drive itself. Kind of almost makes it look like it's part of it. And of course, you got some doors here to manually access that or upgrade it if it's not the. Well, this is vanilla, so I think it would be just your standard warp drive. So I don't know if you upgrade it, but it's cool that you do have access to it as well. Let's head around this way. And then we got turbo lift number 1. Holy small, we got another whole thing. So this passes through as well. Holy smokes. Okay, so again, a big ship. So we're going into a different Jeffries tube. I like how these are done here. So that's just access to, oh, big shield part here. Okay, so it's the first large shield part room I've seen. So we'll probably, this is probably mirroring. So we got 2 large shield parts in this area. Let's head back through there. And let's go up to deck B. Computer room, kitchens, hydroponics. So here's our computer room. Oh yeah, look at that. We got our quantum and auxiliary core. Oh, is this, am I mistaken? Is this not vanilla? Because these parts don't exist in vanilla. Neither do the shield parts. So maybe I'm looking at this in the wrong light. I could have swore this was a vanilla creation. But it appears that it is Reforged Eden. Wow, look at this. This is just wrapping all the way around over here yet, too. Oh, the Odyssey bar. Oh, look at this. Oh, this has got a fancy place. Like the texture light usage in here. We got a big dance floor. Even got the dancers going on in there. Wow. This is kind of like right off the back part of the ship here. Well, before the nacelles, but yeah, hydroponics. It looks like off from either side here. We got a VIP area in the corner here. Oh, here's Mr. Honcho over here. Notice how he's always got to have his back towards a wall so no one can get him from the back. No, that's more of a mobster thing there, but yeah. Oh, I like the menu here. You know, veggie, meat, desserts, and beverages. All kinds of different selections on the menu screen there. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Didn't expect this. So, all right, let's go on either side here on these hydroponics A. What we got going on in here? Looks like 36 grow plots. Our grow lights up above there. There's probably a switch somewhere to activate those. Definitely see them in there. Maybe that's done from a different controller. Oh, right here, I bet. Yep, that turned them on. Very cool. So yeah, if we match that on the other side, then we would have 72 grow plots. Yeah, 36. Yeah, I do believe so. So 72 grow plots, plenty enough for most things. On the animated sign here, I have seen this before, I believe. I don't know if it's. I think it's a little different though, or maybe it's something like it. I've seen someone else do similar. I think there's a sign like that in Anvil City, on the Anvil server. I don't know if it's the same one though. Oh, look at that! That's cool too. Like some. Yeah, very nice. A lot of LCD work going on in here. Just lining all that stuff up and making these. And a lot of these look really cool. Like that's a great looking LCD too. Yeah, very nice. But where am I going now? Oh, quick entry point right off the back here. This is kind of like a big landing pad, or it could be used as a big landing pad on this side here too. So I do believe you can dock quite a lot of stuff to this creation here. All right, like the angled side doors there going into these big hallways there. Computer room. Let's get back in the turbo lift. Let's go up another floor. And looks like we're into another Jeffries tube on that side. What's going on here? Main corridor. Yep, Jeffries tube. Conference hall. First mate and captain's quarters. So Jeffries tube. Let's see if this leads to. Yeah, this gets to a pretty big room here. Or I'm not sure what part is meant to go here. It's not big enough for a large shield part. I don't know. Or what would? It's probably really obvious. I notice half the time if I'm watching someone else go through a ship and they're confused, it's easier to see being like watching them as opposed to figuring it out on the fly. But R, it's just a different sized shape there. It wasn't big enough for the large shield part, so and R won't really coincide with that. Anyway, we are into the first mate's cabin, and yeah, this is cool. I like the different design work in here. A lot of use of different textures in here too, as well as colors. Oh, we got we even got a picture over here. Nice, and then we got our our facilities there. Fancy alien plant, TV, computer. Gotta have that. First mate definitely has it pretty good on this ship. We got a conference hall here in the center. Oh, this looks neat. I like how the author did the conference table here, and then you got the big old display tactics screen there on the back. That's actually kind of neatly done too. The trim border on this is part of the screen, and it actually is kind of see-through into this black marble surface behind there. That's cool. That's cool. Got the plants in there, a couple pictures up on the wall, cabinetry along the sides, fancy floor. Very cool, very cool. And what do we got here? Then we get into the captain's room. So what does the captain got going on? Oh, I like the difference in looks in here. Kind of that burnt orange color scheme with some blue carpet. Fancy place over here. Let me get the light on a second here. Yep, nice looking area there. And then our facilities. And then the bedroom. So separate bedroom in here. And got a TV, got the lights off in here, so that's why. Computer desk again. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so I think we hit all the rooms on this floor, or deck I should say. Let's go up to the very top here, and it looks like, okay, so this goes to a quick access into the ship again. Very, very nice and convenient there. And then we're walking up into some utility function over here. There's some actual glass windows in here. Nice. Security, some more utility function in the general area. Then it looks like we're get to a first-person bridge here to fly the ship around in. Yeah, pilot seat. This is kind of right in the center area of the saucer section of the ship up there. The bridge that would normally be actually has a glass ceiling up above there too. It's really cool, really cool. So I think I've seen all of this. Let me turn the lighting back on here again. Let me just take a look. I'm gonna get out to I just kind of want to see what's going on with the hall here, various places. Obviously, I think this is that's actually steel there. Thought it might have been Xeno, but no, that texture is available for steel as well. Just kind of bounce around in here. Oh, look at that. Oh, we've got some embedded rocket launchers over here. Oh, pulse lasers. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a message to the author. What actually, literally, when I worked on a Star Trek ship 2, I tried to do similar and hide away launchers on the bottom side area of the ship, and literally, unfortunately, the way the game operates, I had some kind of doors over it. I think I was actually trying blast doors and louvered doors, and they couldn't fire because of the door. It looks at, even when these are opened up, it looks at these as like solid blocks, so they just would not shoot. So I literally couldn't put anything in there to cover up the holes where the launchers were placed. And I think you might have that problem here. Like these doors would have to be removed, and then your launchers would work fine. If that changed, though, that would be really good to know, because that's something I wanted to do, and it would be a really nice option to hide launchers on a ship. But it's like every door counts as it being closed, even when it's open, and therefore the launchers can't fire. And I haven't found any mechanism that opens and closes that would allow that to happen. But again, maybe there's a change. It's been a while since I tried that. So inside of here, we got a couple gravity generators. Almost looks like they're being used as a decoy. Like maybe something the AI would want to shoot at. Over here, we've got some of our retractable turrets. Speaking of that, too, before I go too much farther, let's take a look in here. And let's see, do we got a, let's turn on our turrets and weapons. Battle blocker. HV gate, SV gate. Now, there's a lot of controls on here. Factory, so that would make sense. So shut down production to save power. Enter sensors, so you can turn off ship sensors. Wow, it's got a lot of options here. Even a flight mode. I'm not sure if that ties into the flight mode before or not. Well, anyway, I'm showing this in the wrong context too. I could have swore this was going to be a vanilla creation. It didn't say it was Reforged Eden on the description, so I assumed it was vanilla, but this has got to be Reforged Eden here. Anyway, let's get these turrets out. I thought I did already, but okay, these are just places to put turrets, but they didn't actually come out. That is a retractable right there, is it not? Turn them all off and turn them back on. Or let's put this. Or maybe they're tied into a switch here. They have options for. But yeah, whatever this is going on here, this one just does not want to come out in the ship here right now. Still isn't active. Oh, that's not a turret now, is it? That's a drill turret. Well, okay, so that's probably assigned to a different control. Yeah, all the other turrets came out. Okay, so that one is specific. I was just doing it wrong there. So all kinds of turrets popped out of the hull here. And on the top side as well. Oh, we even got some artillery in the mix here. Very interesting. Alright, well anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So size class is 17, 93 forward, 130 strafing, 140 lift, 93 reverse, 140 down. You know what? These numbers are going to be invalid though, because I'm looking at this in vanilla, and this has got to be a Reforged Eden creation. So maybe I'll at the end there I'll spawn it in Reforged Eden as well. Take a look at the numbers here. As it is, it's using a lot of CPU for sure. I mean, even in vanilla here, it's capped out at 10 million with the 4. Oh, see, that's the thing. The cores on here line up to vanilla, where it has the 4 advanced CPU cores. If it had the whole Reforged Eden set, it would be kind of invalid. It would not achieve 10 million because if you have improved or basic in the mix, or the 5th advanced CPU core, it would throw these numbers all off. So it is actually set up for vanilla CPU, but using or probably maybe Project Eden, I bet. So it's supporting like the Reforged Eden extra parts and quantum cores and everything, but it's kind of built around vanilla CPU specs and things like that. So maybe that is the answer on here. Let's take a look at some storage here. Oh, nicely labeled on everything. So we got some ammo ammo container, not controller there. So we do have controllers. So production cargo, that's boxes, fridges. Storage. Oh, okay. These are controllers. Hard to know sometimes which ones are controllers and which ones are boxes here. So it looks like we've got at least 4 320K ammo bays on here. These are 320Ks over here as well. So we've got quite a few of them here. Yeah, got like an A side and a B side for ore production, and I'm not sure. What that third one there meant. Hard to pinpoint how many actual controllers are in here though. Production cargo. Some are like legit controllers. Others are boxes. Well, I would say we know we've got at least 6 320s, 4 of those being ammo. I have a feeling there's probably more than that. It's just I'm not exactly sure which ones are controllers or not. Like these were. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all 320s. Okay, so six there, 6 320s plus another 4 320s for ammo. And that, I think, is correct on its storage. Okay. Anyway, yeah, very, very cool ship. Well done. Looks really, really nice. A lot of work on the hull. A lot of attention to detail on the interior area. A lot of places to put stuff and land stuff. And also, it looks like it's going to be pretty lethal with its hull as well. Obviously, for more of a PvP combat thing. And you can tell when I'm flying through the front of the ship especially that this is all solid block areas in here. And you can see specific areas of Xeno, like, let me guess, decoy parts in here. Yep. A bunch of Xeno decoy parts in that area for the AI to shoot at as well. So, I mean, literally, good luck shooting through the front of this ship. I mean, that is a lot of stuff to shoot through there. So, yeah, very, very cool. One last thing I wanted to do is see what's going on inside these nacelles over here. Yeah, I figured they're going to be full of a lot of thrusters, probably different directions. Yep, a whole lot of them. Wow, these areas are packed. Got lift inside and everything going on in here. So I think the nacelles are probably the only place on the ship that does have thrusters, which makes a lot of sense. And they're all kind of hidden away to function like nacelles in Star Trek would function, and not like Empyrion does it with rocket engines. So yeah, again, very, very cool. This is the Star Trek Odyssey by Dio Camelot 10. Very, very cool ship there. So the third vanilla creation is a whole lot smaller, and this I thought looked pretty neat here. This is the NOD, or Command and Conquer, what is it? The Brotherhood of Nod Harpy by Terror Freak 285. Cool looking Command and Conquer helicopter here. It's even got that symbol right on the side there. It's like a 4-pack of rocket launchers. I like how those are mounted there with the block detail here. In fact, I'm a little yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't think it would allow you to put a block on those positions there, but that looks really neat, the way the author did that mechanism to hold those rocket launchers in place. Cool looking like helicopter like landing gear here too. Yeah, that definitely looks like a helicopter. Yeah. Oh, look at this back fin over here. Literally kind of looks like it would spin your stabilizer there. And yeah, I'm kind of glad the author didn't attempt to put like actual like helicopter blades on it. It's very difficult to do that in the game. There's not really anything that works for it, and then they don't turn, of course, too. It just kind of takes you out of the vibe of it, where I almost like it better without the top blades on there. But the author did, yeah, put in this over here, which is, yeah, it's really cool. Like how that kind of comes down to the ground there as well. And then looks like up front here, looks like we got a slot to add like I'd say like a minigun or Gatling gun or something like that in that area. Kind of looks like it was designed to hold that there. Yeah, again, very, very cool. And yeah, just yeah, no interior on this. It's a little helicopter. Like the styling, I got to say the color scheme on it's really cool, especially for what the author was trying to do, and having this symbol over here, I think is really, really cool as well. That kind of dials it in there, so you kind of really know what it's about here. Yeah, I haven't followed it for too much, but a while back I thought they were making a new Command and Conquer game, but I read about that probably a year and a half ago, and I really haven't followed through, so I don't know if that's actually taking place or whatnot, or maybe it even got released already. But if it did, I've been sleeping. That was another fun RTS game back in the day for sure. Anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here on this one. So unlock level 12, size class very small. So under 1, 51 forward, 17 strafing, 18 lift, 20 reverse, 9 down, 32 minute and 24 second build time. It does use a little bit of estrium and zacosium, most likely because of the rocket launchers on here, the forward homing rocket launchers. It does have 5 RCS in the build as well. CPU wise, it looks like it doesn't have any CPU blocks. Doesn't need a lot of CPU, but it looks like it could use a basic CPU block in vanilla here to get the this number up to fit that. Other than that, that is very, very simplistic thing to do there. Literally one block where you could fit even right there could be a basic CPU core, and then it'd be CPU compliant. It would raise the cost of it up a little bit though. Not a lot, but just a little bit because of the price of the CPU core. So storage-wise, it looks like we have an ammo controller at 125, container controller at 125. Okay, yeah, just light usage there. Probably kind of like your baseline controller. Oh, you can see that right on the side there, probably on either side. So I think it's just the single box, and it doesn't actually go into cargo extensions in the hull there. So yeah, again, very, very cool creation there. The NOD Harpy by TerraFreak 285. Very cool. All right, let me buzz out of vanilla here, and I will get into Reforged Eden. And then we've got 3 other creations to look at here. One was in new releases, and 2 are up on the this week's spotlight area. One creation I had in the mix, but then I realized it was for the Anvil Challenge too, so I decided to remove that one. It was another large ship, but that will be seen in the challenge, and I didn't want to try to look at any challenge creations before that challenge has taken place. So just to know, if the author that made this doesn't see their creation here, it's because of that. It's not no other reason. In fact, again, I was going to do it a little different there. Oh, looks like I'm falling on a ship right now. Let's buzz over this way, and we'll start at the beginning here of the Reforged Eden creations. So the first one here is the, if I say this right, Trigo MK1 HV by Captain Caveman. And this is a very small, looks like tree cutting HV or general use HV. Yeah, I like that. I like the styling on it. In fact, yeah, this looks pretty interesting too. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. This back piece, I guess that's a landing gear of some origin, or I think, but why does that look unfamiliar to me? I guess maybe I'm just not very familiar with that part, or how it textures, or how the author textured it in the green there. But that looks, yeah, there's another one right there. What the heck is that? Is that truly a landing gear? I don't know what that is. I like to look at these things and try to figure out how, what makes them tick and how they're built, and looking at the block work and stuff like that. And here and there I run into something that kind of throws me for a loop, and then I need to fixate on it to try to figure out what I'm seeing here. In fact, hold on, let me get out the tool. That is landing gear. Okay, I thought it was landing gear. It looked like I had a landing gear surface on it. That's just, it's used in a different way, and that's pretty interesting. Kind of looks, so this would top and back mount, it looks like. And then on the bottom side, it doesn't look like it actually has any landing gear there. So interesting. So yeah, more of a you can back into something, park right on like a wall surface, or lift it up and park on the top surface there. Oh, that's cool. What's behind the little door here? Oh, I was hoping it was going to be R2. No, I'm just kidding. Fridge right there, very cool. I like how the hover engines are displayed and put on here as well. And you just basically have a tree cutter on the front, and yeah, cool looking. This is interesting too, how that kind of folds down here with the different block. This is one of those blocks you hardly see used. Used it a couple times, but it's an odd block to use with different things. But I like how that looks. So it kind of like it's folding out, revealing um, something. What is that? Oh, that's a regular part. It is a spotlight. Okay, I'm not sure if that was something else there. Yeah, so a couple spotlights in the mix, and this gets us to container extension. Cool. That's a really different way to like provide access. Almost looks like these are folded out, revealing what's inside, like a different kind of drawer mechanism. Oh, very cool. Well, let's take a look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 7. Very small, very small. Quarter size of a size class 1. 28 forward, 14 strafing, well, not sure why I'm seeing 14 lift. It's a hover vessel. But maybe it's tricked out a little bit there. 28 reverse, and yeah, nothing down. 20-minute and 31-second build time. That's really cool. Very practical, and requires nothing whatsoever special. So you can get this in the game like right off the gates. Does have a detector on here and a harvest module, a couple fuel tanks. Even has oxygen in here. 3 oxygen tanks. CPU-wise, it's a Core 1, or I like to call it Core nothing. So basically just your main core and no CPU blocks needed, and it's not even using all of it. So you got some over 1,000 extra CPU even at that. Again, it looks like it's a early game like utility vessel, which is really handy to have. I mean, with a 20-minute spawn time and no rares, you can get this in the game right away by literally doing hardly anything when you first start out. And then you have transportation, then you can chop some trees, which actually gets you experience, not to mention you can make carbon out of that or other things. So let's take a look at its storage. So it looks like we have an ammo controller at 1125, a harvest controller at 4125, and then a fridge on there. So yeah, it can hold quite a bit of trees as well. And you got your ammo controller. So if you did want to put some weapons on here, it kind of looks like this would be a location to maybe add a turret or something, some kind of part you would want. Yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, useful early game get around creation. You could use it late game too. I'm just saying it's inexpensive, so you could definitely use it early game. So again, this is the Trigo MK1 HV by Captain Caveman. Very, very nice. So the next Reforged Eden creation here, this is by Artemis Rogue, and it is the Rigger Rostrum. And this, I looked at a ship from Artemis Rogue a couple weeks ago, and it had a very similar design style to it. This is not the same ship as that, but it's following that similar design aspect, kind of a lot of cylinders. This one looks a little beefier, I gotta say, right off the gates. Looks like it just has more guns and more stuff on it, and it is a different design too. It's not the definitely not the same ship I looked at before. It would fit with it though, as in like a series of ships for sure. But this one I would say is a beefier, more expensive version, or not even. Well, it's a different ship entirely. It's not really a different version, but it's following that same design style of all these cylinders, and it looks really, really sharp. I thought the last one looked really, really sharp too. Something I've noticed with a lot of Artemis's creations is he does run these texture light loops, or I'm sorry, lighting loops inside the creation. As you can see, when I'm staring at this, it almost kind of looks like it's pulsating in a way, and that is different timed lighting going somewhere in the hall here, obviously in this section right along the top here, that just kind of illuminate itself and then provide fluctuation in that too. And you can see some more of that going on back over here, which is a really cool idea. I mean, it really makes it look neat. In fact, this is another one that I really think we ought to take a look at in the dark, just to watch it kind of do its glowy stuff. Okay, you see that? That's really cool what's going on there. immense amount of detail on here. I mean, literally a lot of detail. And as in for combat, which I thoroughly believe this ship's all about combat, it's got a lot of weaponry here. They all have good line of sight. A lot of these are retractable turrets in here too. But yeah, that's cool. They all these guns can shoot. Have a clear line of sight going to the front view of the ship. None of them are blocked behind other turrets or whatnot, which is great. Yeah, and a huge amount of detail in this section as well. Oh yeah, turrets all along the bottom side here too. Yeah, that's wild. We got some pretty beefy thrust in here. It looks like we got some at least some Excel thrusters for lift and strafing. And wow, which one of these are thrusters and which ones aren't? We got a single centered down thruster there. Big O XL again. Wow, that's wild. I'm looking at the how that. Oh, that looks really neat. Yeah, I know it's using the deco piece, the like some of these cabinet parts, the rounded cabinet part, but I didn't realize that they reflected light the way they are, which obviously you can see a mirroring effect through them. Which yeah, that's really cool. It kind of looks like a very glossy, like I don't know, stainless steel or something like that. Just really cool, really cool. Yeah, so even looking at this one in like nighttime here, it really illuminates well. I get a lot of detail going on in here. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. All right, here, let me, well, let's try to keep the lighting where it's at and see what happens on the inside here with lighting. I just want to make sure everything is clearly visible here. So yeah, as soon as we get in, obviously I found my way on board pretty easily here. It looks like we got a quick pilot seat in case those emergency situations, you're just coming in. So you can't park anything too big in here, but you could probably get in a little, get around HV or SV or something like that in the hangar area. Again, this ship is, from what I could tell, is all about combat. We got some utility function right in this back area here. And armor locker and our O2 fridge and med bay. And we got an elevator going that way. I'm going to go check out what this biohazard room is over here. So it looks like this just kind of gets us into the hall for adding parts here. That kind of looks like a location for a warp drive, I would dare say. Maybe this does not have a warp drive stock. Again, I do believe the main function of this ship is really about combat. But it certainly has room there to add a warp drive. Yeah, we're kind of walking right next to a thruster there. But that is definitely, it does say that too. It does say radiation area, nasty area. Let's take the elevator up to the first floor here. Looks like we got some fuel tanks and a generator, CPU blocks, pentaxa tank, main core. Yeah, all kinds of stuff right there. And then we walk into this room, some more fuel tanks. And, oh wow, what is, oh, that's, oh, interesting, blast door. So it kind of opens up, obviously, when you're here, but it, yeah, it kind of seals that off in case those fuel tanks blow up here. Won't spread and cause chain reaction damage. So we got a big generator over here, our main shield. This journal location, some more fuel, O2. Obviously, there's a little extra room in here to put in other stuff. I would have to see what it's got going on with the shielding on here too, stock. Let's go up another floor here. And looks like we come right into a medical bay. We've got all our specialized equipment in here, and a toilet and a shower. Everything you'd want in a med bay. There's a way off the back side here. Quick access from outside of the ship towards the back. Nice, nice move there too. Very handy. And then right up to the bridge. The O2 and medbay up in here as well. Placed back quite a bit from the front of the ship, so that keeps you a lot more protected. And honestly, having a bridge back here is just a pretty good idea for a combat type of vessel for sure. you can still see where you're going in a first-person view. Plus, the AI is going to be well focused on all the stuff in front of you before it ever wants to shoot at you, unless you do something stupid and, well, whatever. Things can go bad. We all know that, but yeah, it's really cool. Nice looking LCD up here too. I love the love this name logo set up there, the way that's made there. That's cool. Yeah, very spiffy ship here. I just wanted to do a little bit of flying in the hull here, see what's going on. Looks like we got a decoy thruster right over in this section, and what do we got? What is this piece here? Detector right in there as well, and then we're into our some of our upgrade slot rooms here. And this room is pretty tall too, so obviously it looks like a warp drive would go up the wall over here, but that is kind of leaving room for more stuff in the area, I would say, as well. Wow, yeah, look at all the stuff going on in here. Now, I did say that this was a lightweight, agile ship as well, so I wasn't actually expecting to see like Xeno and things like that. So let's just, actually I'm doing this wrong. Nah, let's not do it that way. Let me put away the tool again here. Yeah, let's take a look at the numbers. I think we'll get a good idea from that. So, okay, start with here. We are unlock level 25, size class 5, 69 forward, 68 strafing, 135 lift, 68 reverse, 68 down. So, very balanced. Here you got an emphasis on lift thrust for obviously to mitigate any cargo storage and things like that you have on your ship. 12 sentry guns, 12 heavy laser turrets. 21 retractable plasma turrets on here, 2 missile launchers, and a detector. 8 hours and 46-minute build time. I did expect this to use some estrium and zacosium. However, it's not an extreme amount for being a combat vessel like this. CPU-wise, it looks like it's going to need some more CPU blocks added to it. Right off the gates here. I don't know if it was doesn't look like it has the full Core 9 setup in here, stock at least from what I can tell here. Unless there's, we're already dealing with auxiliaries, which I don't think that's happening. So, yeah, just gonna need to, obviously it goes past the 2.1 million CPU to get this really operational right, so you don't like blow up generators and things like that. You would want to probably get it to a Core 9 and then maybe add another auxiliary core or something beyond that. Like not much, like 1 I think would do it, and get that working. I don't know if I got that wrong though, so I hope I'm correct on the thinking there. Kind of looks like we got a big slot in this area here too to add in maybe a barrage of launchers or something in this section, or maybe, you know what? I'm wondering if I'm in the wrong mode to properly show this ship. Or I don't know. It's I get a little confused. I'm in a regular Reforged Eden game, so I would imagine everything that should be available to be seen should be here, not in that weird creative studio I was in before. Anyway, yeah, let's take a look at your storage. So we got an ammo controller at, 2 ammo controllers, each at 160K. And then beyond that, we have a harvest controller at 192K. And Pentaxitag. Do we have any harvesters on here? Yeah, I don't recall seeing any of that in the mix, at least stock. But it's kind of ready for it. So, like if you wanted to add in a multi-tool for salvaging, obviously this looks like it's set up to blow up the stuff, and then you would want to salvage it after that. So yeah, it kind of looks like it's already set up with a harvest controller to do that. And again, this area down over here looks like it's really meant to add maybe a 6-pack each of launchers on each side of the ship in that area. Very detailed. Again, really like it. I like this series that Artemis is doing here. They're sharp. They're unique and sharp at the same time. So just something I haven't really seen anything quite like it ever before. So and it looks nice too. So I love the originality on it. Yeah. So again, this is the Rigger Rostrum by Artemis Rogue. Very, very cool. So the next creation here, or the last creation, I should say, this I got in new releases, and this is the Warhammer CR-D3 by Diezele, or Diezele. Um, and yeah, look at this thing. Here, let me get the lights on. Sorry. Wow, this is a pretty big, beefy ship here. Looking at, it's got a lot of guns on this one. Very different shape. This is the front side of it too. You can kind of see the bridge in here. It looks like, oh, that's very nicely detailed, everything there. A lot of neat looking block work going on here, and you can just see all the weapons poking out of everywhere. We got some reverse thrust up here, some different launchers, a lot of turrets, even some artillery. Looks like a 4-pack of big artillery turrets in there as well. Holy smokes, yeah, that's got a lot of guns on here. Interesting layout on the ship. I'm not super familiar with Warhammer, and this very well could be a replica. I'm not familiar with the original ship, if that's the case. Might not be the case, so it might be just completely original. And we got a hangar down in here too, like a top door hangar repair bay in the center section here. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Huh. Yeah, that's just it's neat. I'm digging it. It's really different shape than I'm used to seeing. It's kind of, it's kind of wide at the front, narrower at the back, and kind of divided in different ways. And yeah, it's really, really cool. Really cool. You don't see too many ships designed in this general layout area here. That's cool. Well, anyway, let's get inside here and see what makes this all work. I want to try to fly by on the bottom side here. Looks like it goes right against the ground really good there. Wow, this thing has just got turrets literally everywhere. Like the whole bottom side is covered with them too. Looks like it would do some serious destructive damage here with all that weaponry. Let's all right, so let's get inside here. I don't know how the lighting is yet, so looks like it's pretty bright in this area. Let's do a little bit with adjusting the lights. I know some people don't like this and say it's really dark, but other people do, because if you're an author and you put a lot of time and effort into lighting the interior, which can dramatically change the appearance of an area, it is nice to kind of see that showed that way as well. Not to mention, a lot of these ships you're going to see primarily in space where it will be dark, and then you kind of get a better idea of what it's looking like. I'm still kind of lit here, but yeah, anyway, I like this bay here. Very detailed around the edges. Looks like we got some medium shield parts, at least on that side. Warp drive on the other side. And then it walks right up into, it looks like your bridge, as well as a medical bay here with all the specialized equipment in the area. And then we got this door down here too. It looks like, what's going on with that? Oh, quick access to the bottom of the ship here. Yep, very cool. Very cool. Nice to have that as an option. So you can get right in up to the bridge. I got a teleporter right up here too. Nicely set up on a sensor. And let's see what's down in this area. Oh, another quick access in the ship. Sneaky. So right off the side of the bridge here. Yeah, it's got like these double rounded doors to get in. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like how that looks too. And that's, yeah, very convenient. So you can easily get into the bridge from outside the ship. Very, very helpful in the heat of the situation. And, geez, beyond that, well, let's take this back door. Let's see where we're going here. Oh, and that just goes right out to the outside of the ship here on this kind of catwalk that's suspended up there. Okay, so that's not an elevator. Just trying to see if there's any other locations to go to on the, oh yeah, these side doors. Duh. So what do we got in here? Production here. We got some small constructors on the ceiling. That looks cool. A couple small constructors like the room. A lot of detail in here. And this goes into, oh, wow, look at this. Unusual layout, too, on the ship. It's kind of fun. It explores things I expect to be in places are not there, and instead in different places. Which, this is cool. This is like, I mean, considering the size of the ship, looks like everything's very tight on the inside, so you're not going to spend a lot of time pacing around the ship, especially when you need to get to critical stuff here. So obviously we got this big engineering section going down here. We got some big generators, storage. Oh, okay, so it looks like these are doors, fuel tanks, and various parts on the inside there. CPU cores in this section. And this kind of, yeah, interesting. We got a advanced constructor right over here. Oh, wow, so this goes out another layer. So it's basically giving you part access to like a lot of stuff here. Your fuel tanks, thrusters. In case you got some damaged thrusters, you can repair those from the inside of the ship. Having to fly out in potentially dangerous space. Obviously, it's a combat-oriented vessel based on the Warhammer theme, which is very combat-oriented kind of thing. Yeah, very, very cool. Just go the other way, see if the other side's got the same general thing going on. I imagine it probably would. Yeah, so. Now I just wanted to see, oh, look at, oh, this side. No, this side is quite a bit different down here. So we got a whole bunch of medium shield parts, small shield parts up in here on this side. So they're kind of, yeah, on one side of the ship. You know, I totally forgot to look at the shield of the last ship again, didn't I? Man. I'll do it on this one. Maybe I'll jump over there and take a look at that. I really should look at that. I know it's on the main screen. I just have a way of forgetting. I get a little look at so much of the block work and the other things. I forget about the shield sometimes here. Sorry about that. So yeah, look at that. Wow, very cool, very cool. I'm just doing a little buzz by. I don't think there was any other areas in the ship. I guess it's not that big of a ship, but it's yeah, interesting layout there. It looks like it would be pretty useful to get around the ship and give you the function that you'd want there. So stat-wise, looks like 43 forward, 14 strafing, 77 lift, 19 reverse, 28 down, 25 hour and 18-minute build time. It is size class 5, so yeah, it's not terribly large of a ship, but it's not small either. It's running 12 quantum cores in here stock. So it's quite a bit of CPU. Let's see how this number comes out. So it takes the ship to 4.5 million CPU, and it's pretty much using most all of that. A little bit of extra stuff there, but not too much. As in its loadout here, though, it's going to have a lot of weaponry. I won't read it all off, but yeah. Just a ton of different weaponry, some big weapons too, advanced laser cannons and artillery cannons. Does have long-range radar in there as well. 24 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Let's see what your storage is. So, yeah, right there. So it looks like we got a 64K in, 32K out. Your main cargo bay is 382K and a 454K. And we got 2 magazines, which I imagine are ammo bays. I'm guessing these are ammo bays. So 240K ammo bays. Meds, some miscellaneous boxes and other things in there. So yeah, again, a very combat-oriented ship. Shield-wise, let's see how this is going to work out here. Okay, so it looks like our stock shield is 27,225 on here. So not too bad. And honestly, let me take a look at the rigger rostrum as well here on the shield stock. So 4080. So obviously this one's meant to upgrade to get it to bigger shield and whatnot. Did have parts in there. So yeah, again, very, very cool ship there. So, and that was the last creation today. Yeah, some really cool stuff going on here. A lot of nice ships. Love them all. Um, As in, I started something new too, but I won't reveal that till Monday. And then I'm probably actually going to work on two different projects at the same time. One based on the comments on the video that I asked what to build next. Essentially, I've been kind of looking over that and trying to form an idea. And then I wanted to build something else that has to do with a challenge, so I have to build it anyway. So I started the challenge creation a little bit. So, but it's not ready to show yet. So I will show that in a future video, probably Monday. And other than that, you all have yourself a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.